Hey folks, good evening and trust you're doing great. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to hold this night's live session, weekly analysis live session. I've been in a meeting since 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. this night. I just got off the meeting now. So without wasting and without doing anything, I'm sorry, but without doing anything, I think I'll just have to go straight to the recordings. All right. So I'll be analyzing Euro USD and the DXY, the weekly analysis, telling you guys the projection on what I'm projection of Euro USD and DXY. Mind you, these are my thoughts. Okay. These are my thoughts. This is what I think the market is going to. This is how I think the market is going to play out this week. Right. It have always been an open bias. Okay. So without Okay, so this is Euro DXY. This is dollar index. I have to um remove all the drawings. Now we are starting off from the monthly time frame. We are starting off from the monthly time frame. Like this is probably the first quarter of 2024. This is January 7th, I think. This is January 7th, the fourth. Yeah, the, the first quarter of this year. So let's just go straight to action. Now, looking at this DXY from the monthly, here I can see this monthly gap here, which price already tapped into, right? So price already tapped into this monthly fair value gap, right? And secondly, I can see another one here. I can see this internal liquidity here, this monthly internal liquidity, which price is yet to play. Price here to play this. And what else am I seeing? I can see this external liquidity down here. Now, mind you, price does two things. If it's not going for if it's not going for internal liquidity, it's going for external liquidity. These two things. So internal liquidity, we have gaps, we have liquidity voids. Those are internal liquidity. Then external liquidities, we have the buy stop and we have the sell stop. We have previous day low, previous day high, equal lows, equal highs. Those are external liquidities. So DXY now, we have this external liquidity here, and this internal liquidity price is here to play. Mind you, this is a monthly time frame. So let's go down to the weekly time frame and see what we're going to get from the weekly time frame. Okay, correct. Now, I have to delete this. I have to delete this. So looking closely on DXY, the weekly time frame, I have my external liquidity here. I'll just have to label this sell stop liquidity. Sell stop LQ. Sell stop liquidity. Yeah. Okay. So I have the sell stop liquidity here, which is my external draw on liquidity. So looking closely from the weekly, I can see this weekly gap over here. That price already played and closed below it. So what does this tell me? This simply tells me that I should expect from the weekly, I should expect more down movement on the DXY, which is the dollar index. So if I'm expecting the down movement on dollar index, I should be expecting an up movement on Euro USD. So here I have the weekly gap. I need to label this. Well, let's say weekly FVG. So I have the weekly FVG here, right? So going down to the 4 hours, I don't basically need the daily because I've already seen I've already seen my weekly bias from the weekly time frame, but let's see what we can get from the daily. So now looking at the daily here, I can see this. Price closed below it. So let's see 4 hours. Now looking at the 4 hours, I can see this LQ sweep here, Wednesday high sweep. Can see this Wednesday high sweep. And what caused the sweep? The NFP. This spike here is on Friday, which is NFP. On Friday, which is NFP. So from 4 hours, I see this 4-hour gap, this internal liquidity here. So now this is a perfect example of what I told you guys, that price moves from one liquidity level to another liquidity level. So we have this external liquidity here, which price took out with this spike, the NFP spike, creating an internal liquidity for us, which is this 4-hour gap. Which is this 4-hour gap here. This 4-hour gap. Right? So what does this tell me? I need price to give me something like this in the coming week, then reach out for this external 4 hours external liquidity first, then reach out for this external liquidity first. Hold on, guys. Then reach out for this. Then reach out for this. Now, going down to the 1-hour time frame. Going down to the 1-hour time frame is pretty clear because I can see a stop hunt here, which is a liquidity grab, and I can see a market structure shift here. I can see a market structure shift here. Can see this market structure shift. So like everything is pretty clear that the dollar index is going down this week from my own bias. It's going down this week. All right. So let's look at Euro USD and see what we're going to get from Euro USD, since we've known that the dollar is going to be weak this week. So which means Euro should be strong this week, right? So let's see Euro USD. Euro USD from the monthly. Okay. I have to remove all this. So looking at the Euro USD from the monthly, if you have been following my analysis, you remember I always talk about inversions. That is inversion, inverse fair value gap. In the current PDF I'm currently working on, I talked about inversion a lot. So it's like 70% ready, and I will let you guys know whenever it's ready because it's free. I'm sharing it free. Okay. So here from the monthly, I have this inversion here, right? I have this inversion gap here from the monthly. Okay. So going down to the weekly, what am I going to get from the weekly? Now, what am I going to get from the weekly? Let's remove this. Remember, I need to go back to that monthly to show you guys something. So I can still see this. Still see this external liquidity resting above here. See this external liquidity resting above here. So unfortunately, this CB, which is sell side inefficiency, this CB failed to hold price to continue the down movement. The graph to continue the down movement. So causing us, giving us this inversion, this candle closed above it. And the previous month came down to retest it, which is going to help push price up. Okay, so going down to the weekly, we will see it clearly from the weekly, see how price closed and retested this monthly inversion to continue the up movement. So that's good. I have to delete all those things. Now I have this. I have this buy stop liquidity here. I need to level this. Buy stop LQ. I have this buy stop LQ here. I have this buy stop liquidity here. And remember our inversion, still have a gap, a BC, which is buy side inefficiency, right? Right? It's helping push price up, helping push price up. So now just take a look at what happened around this place. I have this institutional candle here, or you can call it order block, because this is the weekly time frame, basically, is an order block. So I have this order block here. So price came down, tested this order block, and I still have this BC here, closed above it. That's my number one confluence telling me that I should expect more buy movement on Euro USD this week. All right. So now the NFP came back. Look at these candles here. There is no internal liquidity here. So what am I going to use? I'm going to play the order block and look at what happened. Price played our weekly order block. So I need to level this. Weekly order block. Price played my weekly order block, closing above it. So from the weekly, bias is clear. I should expect more up movement on Euro USD to take out this buy stop liquidity pressing above here. So going down to the daily, do I really need it? Okay, let's see. Okay, look at the daily. We have this rejection here from the daily. So let's see what we get from the 4 hours. So I need to zoom out a bit. So from the 4 hours, this external liquidity here, for our external liquidity, was taken out. This external liquidity. Hold on a sec, guys. So sorry about that, guys. So I have this for our liquidity, sell stop liquidity here, taken out from the NFP. Taken out from the NFP. So what else am I seeing? Now, I said price does two things. It is not going for internal liquidity. It is going for external liquidity. Now, price took out this external liquidity here, which is this for our self-stop liquidity. And where do you think price is going to? Price is going to reach out for our internal liquidity. Now, where is internal liquidity? We have our internal liquidity here. We have our internal liquidity here. So where are we reaching out for? Where will be our next draw on liquidity? Which is this external liquidity here, which is our buy stop liquidity. Which is our buy stop liquidity. I have to level for our buy stop liquidity. This is our buy stop liquidity. So going down further to the 1 hour, let's see. So 1 hour gave us the clear picture of what we should expect on Euro USD, because I have seen this liquidity swoop here and a market structure shift. And a market structure shift. So what should I expect? I want price to come down into this internal liquidity and reach out for our 4 hours buy stop liquidity. And reach out for our sell stop, buy stop liquidity. Sorry. Reach out for our buy stop liquidity, which is here. So you guys, so you guys have seen how I scaled down in getting my analysis from the monthly down to the weekly, down to daily, 4 hours and 1 hour time frame. This is how to do a proper and good how will I say this now? How I'm looking for a right word to use. Top down analysis. Yeah, that's the word. This is how to do a proper top down analysis. Right? So um let's check Forex Factory to see if there is any liquidity that is going to help, any news that is going to help us generate liquidity in the market this week. So probably do this week. So let's see. So on Wednesday we have a high impact news coming out from GBP. If you trade pounds, you should watch out for this news. The news is around 3:15 p.m. Then on Thursday we have core CPI. Core CPI. Now you should be very mindful of this high impact news, because if you don't know how to trade the news, definitely you're going to lose money. Okay, so CPI coming up around 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. Then on Friday, we have another news on the pounds, GDP. Around 2:30, we have core PPI. So guys, while trading this week, you have to be very careful. Be very careful. Be very careful. So I wish us all a proper I wish us all a profitable week. All right. So bye and have a wonderful week.